22-year-old Phenom Colt Keith just signed a 6-year, $28.6 million deal with the Detroit Tigers before he ever takes an at-bat with the team. He's getting locked up with financial security, and the Tigers might be saving $10 million by getting him this early. The 6'3" power-hitting lefty infielder was drafted out of high school in 2020 as a fifth-round pick, signing for a $500,000 signing bonus. I would say Colt's doing pretty well, just 3 years after that, getting $28.6 million. He quickly rose through the minors, and in 23, he split time between AA and AAA. And as a bat-first infielder, he became regarded as a top 100 prospect and the number 2 prospect in the Tigers organization. And he is a hitter we all love. Last year, he hit .301 with 27 home runs and 101 RBIs. And that power surge is rather new to Colt, as in his first 2 pro seasons, he only hit 14 home runs. But before the 2023 season, Colt began to imitate the approaches of Austin Riley and Corey Seager, 2 excellent hitters that attack the ball to the pull side. And the numbers show just that. He went from being a 35% pull hitter in 21 to a 45% pull hitter in 23. And Colt is even split proof. It doesn't matter if it's a righty, if it's a lefty, if it's submarine, if it's over the top, if it's sidearm. Colt hits 300 against you all day, every day in the minors. And Colt does lose a little bit of power going against left-handed pitching, with only 10% of his at-bats against lefties ending with an extra base hit, as opposed to 14.3% against righties. The number that gets me more excited than anything when he's at the plate, 29% of his games last year had multiple hits, with his biggest game being a 6-for-6 day in AA, where he hit 2 home runs and a cycle. Both very impressive feats by themselves, done in the same game. Now, it's not always roses when we discuss these young phenoms coming up. Colt's impressive bat does come with poor defensive skills. In his first 3 pro seasons, only 1 being a full season, he's committed 27 errors, and 21 of those have been at the hot corner. And even with that great bat, he did see struggles when he first gets called up into a league. His K rate rose by about 10%. His home run rate dipped by about 5%. As we talk about strikeouts, he currently Ks around 23% of the time. But he did have 27% of his games with multiple strikeouts last year. He battled injuries in 21 and in 22, missing the most amount of time due to a shoulder injury in 22 that caused him to miss half a season. Now, let's get back to why we're excited about this young stud. That $28.6 million may seem like a big investment for an unproven talent, but it's right in line with his contemporaries. Jose Altuve, Brandon Lowe, and Ozzie Albies all made roughly around $24 million through early extensions that covered their first 6 seasons. The most recent year-by-year second baseman is Gleyber Torres, who has a 789 OPS, which is around 100 points lower than what Colt has done in the minors. And Gleyber will make roughly around $34 million in his first 6 seasons. So if he produces just like Gleyber does at a 789 OPS, that's a $6 million saving. And I think Tiger fans are projecting more than that. They're projecting that lefty bat to get a hold of that 330 right field corner, that 365 right center gap, hit more than 20 home runs, which is what Gleyber averages, hit better than 260, which is Gleyber's average. And I agree with them. I think that Colt Keith can be much better than Gleyber Torres. I think Colt Keith is going to be a potential stud in this league. And I think he's going to have the hugest impact on this Tigers team, as they were the 4th lowest in runs per game in 2023, scoring 81 runs less than league average. These pitchers need support. They already have a great pitching staff. Let's get guys that could rake in that lineup, and Colt Keith is one of those guys. The lefty infusion already includes Parker Meadows, Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, and we get to add Colt Keith to that lineup. That's extremely exciting. For the most part, we're going to see Colt playing second base, batting 6th behind Mark Canha. That quick lefty stroke is going to be so fun to watch in the stadium. And I don't know about you guys, but I think we might be hearing "Bless Your Boys" a lot more in 24, because this Tigers team ain't the Motor City Kitties no more.